Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Iron Man 6-inch scale, 6-inch size. I don't know what line it technically is, but it's a 6-inch Iron Man War Machine Initiative armor. That's a mouthful. It's this War Machine with the white and black armor and the green accents. 6-inch figure. Pretty cool. Fits in scale with Marvel Legends, obviously. But there are definitely some good things about it, and there are some bad things about it as well. So I'm going to try to cover all of it as we go through. First thing I want to mention, it does stand right about 6 inches, almost exactly 6 inches. And it comes with kind of an accessory, kind of not. This cannon here comes off. It comes off in the package. I mean, it's made in the package separately. You have to put it on yourself. And this one, I don't think it's meant to come off. It looks like it might be able to, but I don't want to try it. So I wouldn't say it really has an accessory. This thing does come off, but you can't really hold it or anything. So it's meant to stay on. And then of course this shoots out. It's a weird mechanism. The whole front part of the cannon pushes back, and then when you fire, it shoots forward, and this just kind of sits out. It doesn't snap in so much. I mean, it does, but it's a strange mechanism. It snaps in two ways. So it's kind of weird. This is translucent, so it's kind of nice. Could be solid colored, which wouldn't look as good. So that's cool. These hoses connect from the cannons to the forearms. I don't know why. I don't care for that personally because they're kind of short and they look kind of silly. They could be a little bit longer, just a little bit, because when you get to posing, they just reach kind of before they pop off. See how it's kind of taut there? So personally, if I was using it, I wouldn't even put them in, but that's the way it goes. And then this one's the same way. You put his arm all the way forward, it's just long enough. I mean, it could be stretched a little bit more, but whatever. He does have these rockers in him so you can move the things back. Not really enough to make him fly because you can't put his head forward enough, but a little bit, so it's not too bad. Or if you just want him to sit back there while he's standing, and then when you play with him, you can go like this and make pew pew sounds with his cannon forward, which does look really cool. So, like I said, there are some good things. The one good thing is this is a really, really cool looking figure. The helmet design, the color scheme, the cannons, everything's pretty cool on this guy. The paintwork's pretty nice. It's rather bland throughout the body because it's just the white and black, but he does have green in his eyes, which are painted really well. And then the shaded green spots around the lights on his armor and around the cannons. So pretty nice looking. I'll zoom in on the face so you can see what that looks like. It reminds me of Spawn just a little bit, which is alright. Cool character. But you can see the eyes have a real nice paint job on them, so that's a big plus. I hate getting Iron Man figures with sloppy eyes. He's a little narrow in the chest. I like my superhero type characters to have a broader chest instead of this chest that's smaller than the rib cage, which is just basically a function over form, I would say. He can bring his chest back so that he can fly pretty well overall. I wish it was more neck movement than the head or than the chest, but it's still pretty good. And it doesn't look terrible when it's all the way back, so that's nice. And it rotates there as well. There's no waist twist in him. The shoulders are somewhat cumbersome looking. You can see into the joint because it's just basically a ball connected to the arm, and then it swings out like that, obviously, like a regular ball joint, but you can see inside. Instead of having the chest come out farther over the socket, you can just see the socket. The shoulder pads do move. That allows for some variation in display, and for the arms to move, obviously, as well, which is cool. I don't care for the rivets showing, but since it's an Iron Man armor, or War Machine, I guess I technically should call it War Machine. Since it's a War Machine armor, the rivets don't stand out too much, but it's the only thing that color, that silver color, so it could be a little better. The arms appear to be standard Iron Man movie arms. I could be wrong, but they look pretty close. And then the forearms have this piece connected to it. Does it come off? I don't think it comes off. It looks like it's just glued on, but it's not meant to come off. It does look pretty cool though, because he's got some more blasters on there. The wrist spins and has a hip pivot in there, but the forearm thing itself doesn't spin. So the only way to get the arm to face forward, like this is to turn the bicep all the way sideways, which looks a little bit weird. Either way, it's not too bad. He's got the one closed fist there, and then the open hand here, which looks nice. And he's got the same articulation, so he can't really raise his hand enough to have the blaster facing forward, but it's not terrible. And if you turn it sideways, you can get a pretty good pose out of it. But still, because of the hand padding on the top there, you can't get a perfect hand pose. And as you see, these things pop out pretty easily. So personally, I just wouldn't bother putting them in if I was going to display it. The hip joints are the same as the Iron Man movie figures. They're the Hasbro style ball joints, so you have to keep rotating them if you want the leg to come forward and that sort of thing. They don't just swing forward. You have to keep twisting them around until you get it just right. The legs have some nice detail in them, almost like the Heroes Reborn Iron Man. Hopefully, there you can kind of see it if I block the light. But nice detail, no paintwork on there though, so that could be better. And the whites are a little bit translucent. The white should be a little bit thicker all the way out, all the way around, except for on the head. The head looks the best. Double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. The legs are a little skinny for my liking too, aside from these fins, but it's not terribly skinny. He's just not real bulky, I guess. And then he's got the ankle pivot forward, no sideways movement, but it does spin. So that's the motion there, the articulation. These little hip plates, this one came facing straight down, this one came facing backwards. This one you can rotate, so you can make it face down or rotate it back and get it out of the way for the leg articulation. This one is a lot stiffer. I did spin it back, but it swung back around, I guess. I don't know if it's stuck or what, but there we go. I unstuck it all on video. But there, so I don't know if it's supposed to move or what, but you're going to have to if you want the leg to have any good articulation. So, I don't know. Looks better down, but it gets in the way. The silver parts or the gray parts have some metal flake in it, so it's got a nice shine to him. It looks to be, I can't say 100% because it's kind of playing tricks on me, but it looks like a lot of the gray parts, the dark gray parts, might be semi-translucent. I swear I can see light going in and out of the plastic just a little bit, but it could just be the metal flake playing tricks on me with the finish of the plastic. It's hard to say. Anyway, it is a really cool figure overall. If you're a big Iron Man fan, it's definitely one to have. If you are not, then I probably wouldn't recommend it. The reason I didn't get this for myself, I got this for my buddy, if you saw in the video the other night, is because I don't recognize the armor from anything. It's really cool armor, but it's nothing that I've ever seen in any story or movie or anything like that. So unless you're just building out your Iron Man Hall of Armor, it's probably a pass, but it's a really cool figure nonetheless, and I don't think you'll be disappointed with it. It's just not necessarily a must-have. So there you have it, Iron Man 6-inch Initiative War Machine. That's for my buddy. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for more custom figures and more figure reviews and some other videos maybe. I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll try to do that for you. So keep collecting.